Good morning, people. It's Wednesday the 14th. I am just knitting on my morning square, which is actually yesterday's square because I didn't get it finished, and catching up with the Hairy Sheep and Geordie Knits. This is going to be so much fun. I'm so looking forward to seeing both these episodes. They're going to be great. So yeah, this is another one of my Dusty Dimples minis from her Ramadan set. I am now a square behind on my normal squares. Oh, it's not going well, and my needle just fell out of my stitches. Can you see that? I'm going to have to rescue that in a second. That'll teach me to leave it mid-square, won't it? So I've had a rough start to the day. I had a nightmare, so I've ended up awake from 5:30 today. So I've just got up and had a bath and washed my hair and did stuff. So I'm dressed really early. So I'm hoping to record a podcast later if I'm not too tired. It worries me that by the time I get home from work, all I will be doing is yawning, and that will be a lot of editing. So fingers crossed that you will get an episode from me. I'm going to record it later, but it won't go up till Sunday. So I am going to vlog today, so that hopefully this will go up tomorrow. But you're going to have to bear with me today, because I had a bit of a rough night. Horrible, isn't it, when you have nightmares? It's just completely random. It's not like it was about anything in particular. But I certainly didn't want to go back to sleep afterwards, so I decided I would get up instead. I put it to good use and had a bath and, got dressed. I feel a bit better now, though. Right, so I'm going to get on with my picking up my stitches and rescuing them before they go for a little walk somewhere. Hello. It's raining. It's raining a lot. Hello British summertime. To the point I've actually had to put a jacket on today. I'm also very late for work, thanks to my husband, who has decided to do a weather report for Northampton at the weekend, like 5 minutes before I was due to walk out of the door. I did not see you two at all. I'm trying not to run people over, it's always good. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going out on the drive anytime soon. Where's all the traffic come from? Seriously, my road's not normally this busy. But just at the moment... There we go. Yes. Hubby decided to give me a weather report just so I should get out the door. It's not looking good for Northampton. We're in the southeast at the moment. Today are on a severe weather warning, and it would appear that some of that severe weather has just turned up. We could have waited till I actually got to work, but hey, that's my car telling me that I've crossed the white line in the middle of the road, because it's a nanny state car and it requires, it to tell me these things. However, I was going around a parked car at the time, so I kind of needed to cross the line in the middle of the road. Funny car. So it looks like we're cancelling Northampton, which is a shame because I kind of thought last night we were actually going to go. And it does make going up to see Kelly in Telford a little bit more tricky, because although Telford's only an hour and a half away from Northampton, it's a good 3 hours away from home. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. Hubby is looking into it and getting back to me. I mean, I know we'll go to Telford. He will make that happen because he's that kind of hubby, bless him. But it's just quite the logistics of it. Whether we'll end up with a hotel or what we'll end up doing, I don't know. He was sort of saying about staying in a hotel near Northampton and taking our rig to Nightglow on the Saturday night, so at least we kind of help them out with the Nightglow, which is great, and hopefully that is something we can do, because apart from anything else, I'd really like to put a Nightglow on my vlog. It's one of those cool things you do in ballooning that we do every single year, normally twice at Bristol, that I haven't done at all this year, just because I'm vlogging August. So it's like, oh great, fantastic. So this morning I've been knitting on my Bits and Bobs blanket, which I absolutely adore. It's patterned by Kay Jones and Bakery Bears. It's one of my scrappy projects. I've only done a couple of rows, but they're very long rows, so it doesn't sound much, but I'll show it on the podcast later. I am going to podcast tonight. Of course, if we're not going to Northampton, and I am working from home tomorrow, I can actually podcast tomorrow, but theoretically I'm podcasting tonight. We'll see how that one works out. I'm obviously vlogging today, otherwise I wouldn't be chatting to you whilst I am driving to work. There will be a little bit of footage at the beginning of this vlog, or the very end. I'm not sure which way it went around. I'll put it on the vlog somewhere anyway. Of my, oh my goodness me, sorry, it's really raining now, of my understated sweater by Hohi Locatelli, which I did actually finish the rib of last night and cast off. So I finished the rib, so I tried it on without, you know, sleeves or neck, and it fits really well. I'm really looking forward to getting the rest of it done now. I did sort of think at the end of it last night, oh, all I want to do now is work on this and get this finished, because the sleeves are tiny and the neck won't take me long, and it's just like ooh. But I also know I would be in danger of rushing it and getting it wrong, which I don't want to do. So it's Bits and Bobs today, and then tomorrow I think it's my mystery blanket day, which at the moment is being not mystery blanket and being cozy memory blanket until I get my cozy memory blanket caught up. So that will depend on if we're going away or not. I mean, I will do it in the car if we are, and if we're not, I will just do it at home. Hey. Hello. Wow, so it's now 4 o'clock. Actually, apparently it's 7 minutes past 4. Oh, it is. I was more caught up doing that paperwork than I thought I was. I literally thought it was only a couple of moments, but obviously I wasn't. Oh well. Oh. Gosh, it's very. See, I mean, okay, seriously, car. There was no need for that. I'm going to apologise for windscreen wiper noise now, because it's really raining right now. Like really raining. I've had a few messages from hubby today, and we are not going to camp at Northampton. We have some concerns about structural damage to our tent, because it's going to be really revolting. So we have booked into a hotel, which I'm kind of sad about, because I actually do enjoy camping very much. I love camping, haven't got an issue with camping. And I personally haven't got an issue with camping in bad weather, but hubby's obviously decided he really doesn't want to do it, which is fine. As I said, haven't got an issue with that. I do understand he's very worried about our tent getting damaged. It's going to be very windy, and we have an air tent, so which is where instead of having poles, you have tubes that you blow up. So I'm not sure how well they will hold up in the wind, to be fair. So he's got a good point. So we're going up early Friday morning, and then Friday evening may be flyable, and then Saturday morning might be flyable. Then after we've done that, or not, we're going to head across to see Kelly and her new shop, or should I say retail space, to be more accurate, to be fair to her. And then we're going to come back in time to do the night glow, which will be a night glow without envelopes, which is called basket burn. So we should be doing the basket burn on the Saturday night, and then Sunday morning looks like it might be flyable right now, so flight Sunday morning, and then we'll drive home. And I mean, it sounds really lovely in the fact that I've got things like, you know, a hotel room and a shower, so that I can I don't have to worry about getting camp clean to come and see any of you lot that might be at Kelly's. I might actually smell a bit sweeter to give a hug to. If you see me, come say hi, please do. And poor hubby, he's going to be there too. I think he's really quite worried, love his heart, but he's been very supportive. He's a real sweetie. So that's the weekend. I've cancelled my leave for tomorrow because there's absolutely no point in me taking any time off tomorrow. So I'm going to cancel that and get my day back. And I shall work from home and record a podcast as normal tomorrow. I might still do it from downstairs because I have now got everything set up downstairs for it. So it might very well be a downstairs podcast as opposed to an upstairs podcast. So yes, I'll be doing that. And then packing, I guess, in the evening. And I'm quite looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun weekend. Be nice to see Kelly, to be fair. Today's been alright. We still have no phones. The only working phone is my mobile, which I've now taken home with me. So that's just brilliant. If anybody calls now, I will get interrupted out of this, no doubt. So if I suddenly disappear, that's why. Well, not that you'll notice that possibly, because I'll probably fix that in editing. It also means that tonight I've just got to edit today's vlog. I haven't got to worry about editing the podcast. However, tomorrow I will have a podcast and a vlog to edit. Yay! Whoop, whoop. Oh, so much fun. But it does mean that technically I could probably have Sunday off again. Although if we're flying, I'll record the flight, so I won't have Sunday off at all. Yeah, the weather here is pretty darn awful, I have to say. It's absolutely throwing it down. I mean, I know us Brits go on about our weather, but this one is, I mean, it's middle of winter throwing it down as opposed to, you know, summer. It's not nice at all. I'll be honest and say it's cold as well. It's actually cold. What is it? Well, here you go. It's 15 degrees. Now 15 degrees the other day when I felt it was hot, wasn't it? I was saying it's really hot. Oh, it's only 15 degrees. Now today it feels cold. I'm guessing it's because it's the rain. It's raining today, where it was sunny and 15. But it really does look like we've lost our summer now. This is, and do you know what? What's really sad is I've not sat in the garden at all this summer. Not once. I've not had any time where I've just sat in the garden and knitted. I mean, I've been very busy, but at no point have I just sat in the garden and actually knitted. Each time I've been at home, that I would be able to sit in the garden and knit. The weather's not been there, so yeah, it's fun. I've got to stop looking at the camera. It would be a better idea if I looked at the road, wouldn't it? Luckily it's a very quiet journey home. Now I'm going to play my nightly game of let's see if I can get on the drive. I don't care too much tonight if I can't, because I really can't get on the drive because I've got to go back out again and take my daughter to that might have been a mistake, to be fair. That was different. I turned my camera on and I was upside down. There you go, it happens. So change of plans for this evening. I am not recording my podcast. I'm going to do that tomorrow now, as I am no longer leaving for Northampton tomorrow and leaving Friday instead. So I am going to have a quiet evening, knitting on my bits and bobs blanket, because I really want to do that, to be fair. And I have got to take daughter and daughter's friends to the station in a bit. And the weather's awful. It's really cold as well, which is horrible. It's not very nice. The only nice thing that's happened is hubby has made me a lovely cup of tea in my new Emma Bridgewater mug, which I think is sweet pea. It's really pretty. So, yeah. Oh, really nothing exciting happening today. I'm not even making my overnight oats because tomorrow I'm at home, so I don't need them for work. I just have normal oats tomorrow. Well, I don't have oats, I just have yoghurt and stuff. I'll show you that tomorrow. So yeah, there's noise, there's background noise, there's people here, there's banging in cupboards. I'm just going to have a really relaxing evening. And hubby's bought something for dinner yesterday, and when I asked him what it was, he told me it was a surprise. So Meg's cooking stuff. So I'm looking forward to my surprise dinner. I will tell you what it is a bit later. Okay, so I've had to video this standing up because I'm in hubby's car, and that's where his thing is, basically. I have just dropped off youngest and her two friends, Katie and Amy, to go to the theatre. They're going to go to a karaoke version of Waitress tonight, and they're hoping they might get to sing on stage, which is kind of cool. They've been practicing all week, bless them. Now Katie, Meg's friend, Katie Whitman, has got a new blog, and she sent me a little description of what it is, which I will read out to you later, and if I don't do that I'll link it down below. If you want to go check her out, they are 19-year-olds, well, she will be 19 shortly, and it's just a kind of their view and take on life, which is quite interesting. We've had some very interesting discussions about what the youth of today, if you like, thinks and feels, and it's she's a really good writer. She's worth checking out. If you've got 5 minutes just to sit and read her blog, I would be very grateful, and she would be very grateful. And if you have a young person in your life of the similar age, then if you could let them know, that would be perfect. But if I forget to mention it again later, I will put a link below this vlog for this one, and I'm hoping to mention it again in my podcast tomorrow. So I am now podcasting tomorrow, not tonight, which I've probably said about 4 times now. And this evening I'm really just relaxing with my bits and bobs blanket, whatever yummy delights hubby has got planned for tea, because he's bought a surprise. I still don't know what it is. I am looking forward to eating it though. I am getting very hungry now. The weather is just awful. So revolting. I look like I'm sitting really low down in this car. It's just the camera angle. It's a high ride car. It's our big retrieve vehicle. You've seen me video from the other seat of this car quite a bit, so you know it's quite a big car. but I'll be honest and say hubby's car was a heck of a lot easier to get off the drive than mine was. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to take hubby's car. And he can't complain because I'm driving Retrieve for him at the weekend, and it's probably a good idea if I get used to driving it again. I adore driving his car anyway. I don't really need an excuse to nick his car off the drive. When he goes to Burma, I always take his car. It becomes my car. I want to change it so it says hello Sharon on it rather than hello Ian, just to annoy him when he gets back from Burma. I do love driving his car. Oh yeah, weather. It's grim. Absolutely grim. I've just realised actually I'm going to have great fun parking this at this time of night, because obviously it's really busy and I have got to reverse in. Right, you go there, I'm going across, and I'm going to block off the drive. We just go in the drive basically. A little bit of a bump down the pavement. Can't see a thing on that side, that's good. That's always helpful when you can't actually see when you're reversing. Right, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. Do you know what? I forget this thing has a rear reversing camera because my car doesn't have one. I'm so used to using like mirrors and stuff, I forget you can actually just use the camera and see, which is kind of cool. But yeah, right. You can scream all you like, it's just a plant. It's not going to harm you, car. Okay, so I'm home again. It's feeding time for the animals and they're all sort of turning up. So that's Belle.
Good girl.
Bless her. And then Luna has decided that we're not going to be watching any more TV until we feed him. And then there is, on that one, there's a smudge. But to be fair, she's been there all day.
Literally
She's just sort of watching the world go by because she won't go out because it's raining. Not that I blame her. I didn't want to go out when it was raining either. It was horrible today. So we just need Dems, but she's probably asleep in the kitchen. Oh. Ooh. So I'm going to wrap up the vlog. It is 20 to 9. I have just spent the entire night knitting on my bits and bobs blanket, which you'll see properly in the podcast on Sunday. I've really enjoyed it actually. Everything I'm picking up at the moment, I just want to knit on that project. It's quite funny actually. It's one of the things where the knitting project works, is because I can change something each day. I sort of fall in love with the projects, and then they're the only thing I want to knit on. But the next day I knit on something different, and then that's the only thing I want to knit on. So when they come round each day, I really look forward to what I'm knitting. So tomorrow, for instance, is Mystery Blanket Day, which means I will be knitting on my Cozy Memory blanket all day, trying to catch up my squares. I'll work out tomorrow how many squares I am behind and let you know. I have no idea. I think I'm about 8 maybe, could be 9. I don't know how many I managed to catch up. It might not even be as many as that. I might still be to like 10 behind. Hold on a second. What do you want, dear?
There are 3 items on the bed that were on the floor, your side of the bed. They look like your cosmetic type stuff that one of the animals has clearly knocked off.
Lovely. One of the animals has obviously come through our bedroom window and knocked all my stuff off my dressing table again. I definitely need to move everything that's on there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Cozy Memory blanket squares. I need to work out which what squares I'm on. So I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, cat's just disappeared to go be fed, hence the bells in the background. So that's it for me today. I think there's a fair bit today, to be honest, because I was out in the car quite a bit. Had a few chats. Yeah, it's a really good day. I've really had a lovely evening watching NCIS New Orleans, which I thought I'd seen season 1 and 2, but obviously haven't seen season 2, so that was really good. I've been watching that. So yeah, that's been my evening. It's been watching telly and knitting on my blanket, which is just, I love this. So soft and squishy. So it's a Bits and Bobs blanket by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. And I'm using Sheepy's Well in the melted macaroon colourway, and my own magic knot ball, which is that one, which is really shrunk actually today, which I think is minis that Kelly gave me at one point. So that's what I've been doing tonight. It's been really fun, really enjoyed it. So I will edit this tomorrow. I will record a podcast tomorrow. So lots of editing going on tomorrow, such as the knitting squares, because at least I can do that and edit. And I hope the weather improves. Because do you know what? It's cold tonight. I'm actually chilly. Oh, I didn't get around to showing you this either. I'll wear it on the podcast tomorrow. You can see it tomorrow. It's a cardigan I knit a long while ago in bamboo. I love it. But it is not warm enough to date, that's for sure. Right, I'm going. Good night. I hope you're all okay, and I will chat to you tomorrow.